exciting talent of Emeka Nwajiobi from Nigeria. Thank you, Jim. Our first duty, as ever, is to bring you up to date with the teams. Let's check first of all on the Manchester United side with Gary Bailey in goal, and the back four gives us another chance to measure the growing stature of Paul McGrath and 20-year-old Graham Hogg at the centre of the defence, who really was so effective against Liverpool in those titanic semi-finals. A change for United in midfield. Gordon Strachan is out of the side with a rib injury. Jesper Olsen will now move to the right-hand side. Arnold Muren comes in on the left, and really that's another reminder of United's frightening reserve strength. Up front, Mark Hughes, as we've said. In fact, Mark passed a test on a hamstring injury this morning in a local park. He plays alongside Frank Stapleton. Luton Town, they're at full strength with Les Seeley in goal. Their back four, without any doubt, has benefited by the arrival of Steve Foster from Aston Villa. And the midfield too has been pepped up by the arrival of another newcomer, Peter Nicholas, formerly of Crystal Palace and Arsenal. And their attack too has been strengthened today by the return of Mick Harford after injury. Watch out too for the exciting talent of Emeka Nwajiobi from Nigeria. Our referee here today is Tom Bune of Yattendon in Berkshire. And as we talk about Mick Harford, there he is, number 9. In fact, he scored 6 in the last 6 games he's played. And really that's the vital form for Luton as they find themselves, as Jim said, in the bottom 3, with those wins by West Ham and Ipswich yesterday being a great inconvenience to them in their battle against relegation. There's Nwajiobi. Ian St John's with me. Have you seen a good deal of this young man, Ian?
Well, I watched him play up at Stoke City over the Easter period, and actually I was very impressed with Luton. And with the new signings that David Pleat has brought to the club, I really can't see them going into the second division, Brian. I think they're too good for it. And they have some very good players, you know, classy players. I think Ricky Hill is beginning to find the form that won him a cap. And he's looking good in midfield. Up front, of course, with Nwajiobi, you've got Brian Steen, who's very quick, very sharp. And all in all, as you say, Stephen Foster there, the skipper, he's added that little bit of steel to the back. And all in all, I think, you know, they're a very useful side. And I think today's game won't be like last year when we were here, when United won 5-0 and Luton were all over the place. I think it'll be a better game today. I still think we'll get goals, but I think Luton may get a share of them as well.
So here's big Steve Foster with the famous headband, of course. Played against Manchester United, if you need me to remind you, in the 1983 Cup final replay. It's a bright day here, but it's a little on the blustery side as well. What a tremendous season young Mark Hughes has had. 21 years old, 25 goals, and as he said on Wednesday night, the one that delighted him more than any other was the one that made sure of a Wembley place in its semi-final victory over Liverpool. Well, it's United in the red shirts who are getting us underway, Luton in white. Just check Tom Bune's watch. And away we go. Robson very quickly finding Stapleton. And now Gidman. And he comes off David Priest for the throw. In fact, for all the fact that Luton are in the bottom 3, their record here at Kenilworth Road is something that United should think about. They've not lost here since mid-December against West Bromwich Albion. This is Tim Breaker. And challenged harshly right beneath us there by Norman Whiteside in the first moments of the game. And he gets a word, and a severe one, from Tom Bune. He also got a passing word from Steve Foster, which may not have been printable. And Luton Town get a free kick. Well, he's tough, Ian, isn't he, Norman Whiteside? And we'll talk about him in just a moment as Hogg gets up well again there. Nwajiobi at the number 10 and a goal kick.
Well, he certainly is tough, but I thought that was a 50-50 ball. You know, they were both chasing it there, and I knew that Whiteside would go flying in because he always does that. But I mean, that's the type of ball that a player can get a bad name for going for, when really and truly he had to go and challenge for that one, Brian.
Foster winning it from Hughes. Robson gently finding Muren. Flip there towards Frank Stapleton. Nicholas getting it away, but not very far. Muren once again, then Donaghy gets it clear to McGrath. Here's Hughes again. Orbiston. McGrath. Robson's touch. Stapleton's header. Gidman. McGrath. And now little David Priest, the man they bought from Walsall, trying to get Harford on his way, but Hogg well in control. Only 20 years old, Graham Hogg, but my word, he's grown up in this Manchester United side this season. Donaghy misheading that one. He was trying to get in, Stapleton trying to get in. Harford. And a throw to United. Ian was saying the new players that have been brought into Luton have really revitalised the club. It's incredible to think that when the sides met in Old Trafford in November and United won that 2-0, only 4 of this present Luton side in action today played in that game, only last November, so that really is some turnover. Hogg getting that away. Harford, Priest, Mitchell Thomas. Cool play again by John Gidman. Massive clearance again by Gary Bailey, met by Foster. Here's Ricky Hill, Harford, Nicholas, Thomas. Glad they picked up on the youth opportunities scheme, Mitchell Thomas. Priest cost a little more when he came from Walsall. Nicholas. And Albiston getting it. Steen almost his first touch, that one. Peter Nicholas still heavily involved. Tim Breaker. Steen laying it towards Hill. Hogg getting it away. It's Luton's throw. And Peter Nicholas will take it. Probably will aim for Mick Harford, indeed he has. Played it back for Breaker. Another Luton throw. Thomas with the throw. Off by Joby, and behind for the corner. Good promising pressure this from Luton Town with just over 5 minutes gone, no score if you've just joined us in this crucial first division game. Luton in the bottom 3 against Manchester United lying second. So Foster joining Harford, 2 big 6-footers there looking for this corner, and in fact Foster's header being gathered by Gary Bailey. Ian?
Well, that will be a good aerial battle today, I should think, between Hartford and Foster going up there against McGrath and Hogg, and there's Foster winning that one and Gary Bailey reading it well.
Foster again. Thomas making a lot of ground for this one, an accidental handball. Good piece of refereeing, in point of fact. He might well have felt that was a handball, but it was purely accidental. It'll be John Gidman. Harford. McGrath. Priest. Throw, and Luton's taken a slight knock. Mitchell Thomas, a long clearance, Harford on the break. Support from Nwajobi and Nicholas. Breaker. Hill, Nicholas hitting it in first time. Harford missed it. Oh, and a tremendous shot by Priest, tipped away magnificently by Bailey. With a little over 7 minutes gone. He's only ever scored one goal for Luton, David Priest. He very nearly got one, in fact, against Norwich here on Tuesday. A scorching shot, pushed away by Bailey. A corner then to Luton. And another one off Stapleton. Promising start for Luton. Ian, in a word?
Yeah, terrific. Very interesting start to the game.
Looking for a goal that clearly would lift so much of their confidence. Harford playing it back again to little David Priest. Only 5'6" of him. And Robson's tenacity gets the ball away for United. Nicholas. Hill. Right side hammering that one away to Hughes. Whiteside versus Hill. The referee had a word with Whiteside in the opening seconds of the game. Just a quick word there, and indicating a free kick to Luton. Foster's gone up again to join Mick Harford. Tim Breaker, the number 2, with the free kick. Might get to Foster. In fact, of all things, it was Jesper Olsen's header. Steen. Robson. Gidman. Foster stopping Stapleton, but it falls for Hughes. He's on his way, he's got Stapleton who's aware of him on his right. And here's Nicholas. Oh, that was a nasty challenge in point of fact by Nicholas, clumping Robson around the head, but referee allowed it to go on, but that's something he won't allow to go on, as Gidman is dumped by Priest, and it'll be a free kick to Manchester United. Gidman. Sorry, Ian, you were about to say?
Well, I'm going to say, Brian, I think it will take a bit of character here for United today after those 2 epic games with Liverpool to come down here and compete in the same as they did against Liverpool in the cup ties.
Robson. Donaghy away. Grace. Well, Steen kept it in, but only for the benefit of Jesper Olsen and Manchester United. McGrath playing it forward again for little Olsen. And a goal.
I do know that Ron Atkinson has been saying to his players that they're all fighting now for Wembley places, and there are 1 or 2 players who could still get into this side, so it is something. But any player will tell you, once they've won a semi-final and they've got the final there, and United are in Europe guaranteed anyway, it really does take a bit of doing to G yourself up for all the games.
Donaghy away. Hogg versus Nwajobi. Hill coming up quickly for Luton. In for Nwajobi. The shot is blocked. It might come for Brownstein. Miraculously saved by Bailey. 2 tremendous saves by Bailey in the opening 11 minutes of the game, and that was absolutely marvellous. But it's not over yet, as it skims across the United penalty area. Good start for Luton, but nothing as yet on the scoreboard. Breaker. And Bailey again. Some save that, Ian.
Oh, fantastic save by Gary Bailey. That's two brilliant saves, really. He's kept United in this game. Good play by Luton. Naijobi's shot deflected there, and there was Steen. And how Bailey got to that, I don't know. It's a tremendous save.
Free kick to Luton.
Well, Luton certainly look the likelier side, don't they? You know, you can sense here that they've got more interest in the game, if you like, than Manchester United at this stage. And as I was saying, United have got to shake themselves up.
Steen. Breaker. Played in towards Harford, trying to knock it down for Steen, succeeds in doing so. Plenty of United red shirts around, and Muren winkling it away. Nicky chasing, it'll come through to Seeley.
Sure, Arnold Muren will be delighted getting his chance today, Brian, you know, with Gordon Strachan being injured, because it gives him a chance to show Atkinson that he's still there and with a chance maybe of playing at Wembley.
Kidman will get that. Another throw to Luton. Thomas. Priest trying to get in, but Albiston stopping him. You can imagine the fans of all the other sides in the relegation area are rooting for Manchester United this afternoon. They certainly won't want Luton to get points from this game, but it's been a really exciting start by the relegation-threatened side. And Bailey again called into action, but it's a goal kick. Stapleton. He'll come for Jesper Olsen. Breaker. Hill. Good jump by Harford. There's Olsen again. That's two headers that Jesper's won in a short space of time. Well, Luton's marathon men, and it is a marathon when you think of 42 games in a season. Nasty touchdown by Nwajobi, and the Nigerian tried to get in again.
He's still an unpredictable player, Nwajobi. In the game I watched up at Stoke the other week, Brian, he did nothing in the game, and then 10 minutes from the end he picked the ball up, beat two men and smacked it in the net, you know.
Previous club there, Dulwich Hamlet, you'll notice, in South London. In fact, he only played 4 games for Dulwich, and that was enough to prove to David Pleat, who apparently went to the ground down at Champion Hill in cap and muffler, in disguise, stood on the terraces, saw what he liked, and brought him here. And within weeks of coming here, I think he'd scored in his opening game in the First Division against Nottingham Forest. Now Hughes. It's brought back with a foul on Tim Breaker. This lad has only been a pro, Tim Breaker. We saw him a moment ago, who's only been a pro a couple of years. Comes from Bicester. 19 years old. Good jump by McGrath. Reese. Thomas. Reese again. Thomas trying to get Steen through. And he was onside, but he's got Robson to contend with. And certainly some of the challenging by United has been strong, and David Pleat, I know before the game, told his men, you've got to regard United not only as being a very talented side, but also a very tough side as well. us up very well indeed. Harford towards Marjobi, to Steen. Might come to Steen again, but the red shirts were swarming after that one. Muren finding Whiteside, Stapleton, Muren. Olsen running free, and the flag has stayed down. Whiteside. Now Ormiston with a deep cross there towards Hughes. Stapleton getting it back towards Whiteside. Steen is there to hold him up. And Hill gets above Olsen and finds Marjobi. A throw to Manchester United. Olsen off the chest of Nicholas. Marjobi. Hill. Harford. Steen. And he's kept it in. Oh, Kidman very nearly lost that one. Steer there for the United defender. Breaker. McGrath's long clearance. Foster there, getting it back. Ormiston. Breaker. Hustling to get back. Hughes getting through the challenge of Nicholas. Finding Robson. Kidman. Jesper Olsen. Stapleton. Coming up to 20 minutes gone. If you've joined us late, it's still 0-0 here between Luton and Manchester United. Other way. Free kick, or is it a throw right beneath us? Outside. This is gone, free kick to Luton. Just when the right side looked as though he might have been getting free alongside Mark Hughes. Often enough how important it is for Luton to get something from this game, although they still have to play Stoke, West Ham, Leicester and Coventry from the bottom end of the table, so their first division survival is very much in their own hands still. Foster away. Marjobi. A turn, and Jesper Olsen got in. Muren. Robson and Gidman. It's as though Manchester United have pulled themselves together a little bit now. They are, well, at the moment, they've got to do a bit of defending, and Priest. And this Whiteside who hooks it away. Hughes. Stapleton. Olsen's making a break. Whiteside here. And Ricky Hill. Well contested at the moment, this 0-0, as Breaker now makes the running for Luton. Harford bringing in Ricky Hill. Nicholas. Space there for Priest. Losing out badly though to Olsen. Now Hill. Certainly but for Gary Bailey, Luton would have been in the lead. Steen. Back for Ricky Hill. Just wide. Hill, of course, who scored the semi-final goal against Everton at Villa Park last week.
They're certainly playing a more imaginative football, Luton, Brian, and that was a cracking shot there by Ricky Hill. Okay, a couple of yards wide, but you know, when you think of United haven't really mounted one serious threat at the other end, and Gary Bailey's kept him in the game. You know, it's been all Luton in this first, what, 25 minutes.
Hughes. Astonishing season young Mark Hughes has had. I know Jimmy Greaves is keeping an eye on him, but 21 years old and 25 goals. 7, in fact, in the last 7 games for Manchester United. He's really been a bit of gold dust for Ron Atkinson. Olsen. Two of the smallest blokes on the field there.
You usually find that, don't you, the two little fellas always start tangling with each other.
And there they are again. That time Priest got the better of Olsen, but Robson's very imaginative pass finds Gidman. Olsen touches it on, and Olsen again nodding it wide. The first real threat from Manchester United.
I think there was a flag up there, Brian, which, yeah, the linesman had his flag up for possibly offside. Possibly have a look at it from this angle. That was Norman Whiteside going in for the initial header. And really and truly, I mean, I don't think there is anybody offside there, but the linesman had put his flag up. May have been for the challenge, actually.
Well, there's another challenge as Harford beats McGrath, but Alveston gets in first for United. Breaker versus Hughes. And that time Harford backing in quite violently into Hogg, who hurled the ball at his Luton adversary, and just a quiet word from the ref. Mark Hughes limping a little bit there, it seems. He's had some problems with a hamstring. And Atkinson was saying that had there been extra time on Wednesday night, he wonders whether Hughes would have survived it. At the moment, it's Hogg with the free kick. Free kick to Luton. 25 and it's gone, 0-0. Foul by McGrath. On Harford. Something of a handful, Mick Harford. And now with his big ally from the back, Steve Foster up there, headband and all. And it's Foster's header, but a foul on Stapleton. Wayne Turner warming up for Luton.
Just looking around, Brian, I don't see any of the Luton players limping or looking in any way distressed.
The only one who's had a problem this week has been Maldonaghy, who's had some hamstring trouble and hasn't trained an awful lot this week. Now backing onto this one. In fact, it's Foster who gets there first. Robson with the shot. David Pleat's first signing, Maldonaghy. He came from Larne in Northern Ireland, and he's had this little bit of hamstring trouble this week. And that's why I think they've made Wayne Turner, who's a midfielder come defender, the substitute rather than David Moss a forward. They were a little bit worried about his fitness. But here's Brian Steen. Maybe United will have to worry about him. Harford hitting it firmly to Priest. Couldn't quite get a touch in there. Noah Joby can, but quite easy for Bailey. But Luton continuing to play the more promising looking football. Just off Harford, Augustin there. Joby, Priest. He's quite a busy little player, this David Priest, the man they bought from Walsall. In fact, David Pleat, the Luton manager, describes him as a budding Archie Gemmell. Well, Archie played with great distinction, didn't he, for Nottingham Forest and for Derby County, for Birmingham City. I think for Preston was where it all started, if memory serves me. And if Priest does as well, they'll be delighted here at Luton. Strong challenge there, and Breaker gets it back to Seeley. Good play by Harford, finding Ricky Hill, just gets it back to Nicholas. And Whiteside being called. Ryan Robson, you could see in the picture there, not happy that the United midfield player should be called to the referee for the third time in this game in 29 minutes. And he's pointing, you can see there, I've told you there, I've told you there, and I'm telling you now. And he hasn't taken a name. But the challenge by Whiteside. Going in there, the number 4 on Ricky Hill. In the meantime, Whiteside trying to get the ball away from his own penalty area. Three-way collision. Ricky Hill ends up the winner. Luton's throw coming towards the half hour now. Hill to Nicholas. Deep towards Foster. Foul by Harford. A free kick to Manchester United.
It's a different test for the United defenders in this particular match, Brian, compared to the cup ties, because, you know, Liverpool don't throw high balls up to the front men, but today there's a lot of that stuff going on, and Hartford's winning a lot of it. And of course Foster, when he comes up for the free kicks and corner kicks, he's getting his share of headers as well. And the two centre backs are having to cope with a different style today.
United's throw. Augustin with it. Hughes. Oh, an intelligent overhead kick. Oh, great save again by Seeley. That time from Whiteside's header. That was really a classy bit of football. The corner about to be taken. And Jesper Olsen will take it. And a goal kick.
Well, I'm sure that's something for Jimmy Greaves to talk about at half-time when you're talking about Mark Hughes, because it was a lovely little bit of skill there from him, wasn't it? When he controlled it, flick, and then a hitch kick over, and big Norman Whiteside in with a good header and a good save from the goalkeeper.
First real thing that Les Seeley's had to do. Side. Foster calls for Olsen. Foster again. Good ball there to Priest. Oh, a bit of space for Hill. Here comes Breaker. Joby. Hill trying to get Noah Joby in again and might have succeeded, and now he's got the overhead disease. Overston away. Luton's throw. Brian Steen through his legs. Gary Bailey. Derby, Harford, McGraw, Nicholas, Breaker, Bill to find Hill. Oh, that's some very pleasant football there from Luton Town. In the end, it comes through to Bailey. Applause from the crowd, both United and Luton fans. Gidman, forced back. Away, John Gidman had the misfortune to start life as a Liverpool apprentice who cleaned Ian St John's boots, as we said in an earlier big match life.
Yeah, and very badly too.
Oh, now Joby. This could be the chance, and he lost it. Harford couldn't pick it up, and there really was an opening there for Luton Town. Here's Breaker. Harford, Breaker. Can he keep it in? He can't.
Well, now Joby actually, Brian, was very, very unlucky there because the ball just bobbled away from him as he took it in here. Again, imaginative play. Lovely little touch off by Harford. There's now Joby. Took Arthur Albison on there. Got clear, and it was there that the ball just bobbled behind him. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have scored with that one. But he's certainly very, as I said earlier, a very unpredictable player, and one who's also very strong, and anything around the box at all, you know, defenders can bounce off him. He's a very strong boy.
In the meantime, a United player down. It's Arthur Albison. In fact, I was going to talk to you a moment ago about him. I've seen United a number of times this season. I've not seen this fella have a bad game yet.
Well, funny enough, Brian, I was saying the other day there that in the cup ties, in the semi-finals, he is one of the unsung heroes of Manchester United, Arthur Albison, and I thought the game at Man Utd he had an excellent match, and I think he's playing very consistently for United and for Scotland, of course, as well.
11 Scottish caps, as you'll see, and he made his debut, well, 10 seasons ago. It's been a good Manchester United career, and happily he's on his feet, so that's going to continue. 10 minutes to half-time, 0-0. Misjudged that completely in the air, so anxious was he to get close to Harford. Breaker with the free kick towards Foster, but he got bundled out of it. Harford's header finds Nicholas. Peter Nicholas again. Stapleton under this one. Nicholas again. Joby after it, but Hogg gets there first, or rather McGraw gets there first. Priest. Time to get his cross in towards Ricky Hill. It's way outside the box, and Bailey will want to get back pretty quickly. They might just hurl a long throw in. That's a corner. Luton's fourth of the first half. Manchester United have had one. Priest will take it. Chance to get it back again. Much deeper one, this one, towards Steve Foster. Nicholas, and then Harford. I think Nicholas might be a little annoyed with that. It looks as though he might have been running onto that one.
I think you're right there, Brian. He did well there, didn't he, Peter Nicholas? Chested it down lovely. I was all set to volley it there, and Harford decided, well, I'll have a try at it.
You can see what David Pleat means about getting a new spine for this club, with Foster at the back, Nicholas in the midfield, and Harford up front. It's made such a difference.
Oh yeah, he's got the spine there, and that's what all managers want to do, Brian, when they're building a team, is get the spine right. And they've certainly done that, I should think. Foster's having a good game at centre-half as well.
Stapleton. Strong challenge again by Foster. Effective. Gidman. Gidman again. And Seeley's catch above Mark Hughes. Harford. About 6 minutes to half-time. 0-0 the score here at Kenilworth Road, Luton Town against Manchester United. Harford. Ricky Hill for Luton. Nicholas to Breaker. Nicholas again. Foster towards Harford. McGrath challenging really fiercely. Certainly appeared to me to be jumping at Harford. And United with the free kick. Some complaints there from Mick Harford. Previously with Lincoln and Newcastle, he had a spell at Bristol City and at Birmingham. Foster. Might come for Hughes, but there is good support from Nicholas. Hogg blowing his cheeks as he gets back to it, but finds Albiston. Guess that McAware and Foster was claiming there was an infringement there as Whiteside got away. And Whiteside, who scored a couple of times in this corresponding game last season when Manchester United won 5-0. Such an influence, this Steve Foster. You had him, I think, when you were manager down at Portsmouth, but not as a centre-half.
No, he was a centre-forward as a schoolboy, Stephen, and but I thought he didn't have the pace to play up the front. Made him a centre-half, and you know, I think he's had a very good career. I mean, he played for England, so he's fulfilled an ambition there.
I think some doubted down there that he would make a centre-half, didn't they?
Well, that's right, but you know, I thought he had the qualities to do that, and I think he's proved me right in that one.
It's Priest with the free kick for Luton, and a good jump by Graham Hogg. Nicholas turning it back once more towards Harford. Robson making the front-running break here, but Donaghy not getting his clearance in. Robson in for Olsen. Priest trying to get it away for Harford. It's Hogg. It's a good battle, this one. Standing at 0-0, coming towards half-time now. Some 4 minutes away. Donaghy up well above Olsen. Manchester United with the throw. Nicholas away, and as far as Robson. Steen. Robson again. I think United settling quite well now, but we'll say that Gary Bailey really has been their man of the first half, with those two tremendous saves quite early on. Without those, United would have been struggling. Now Steen. Got past Robson, finds Ricky Hill. Donaghy, first time he's come forward, and without profit.
Well, United have had the wind behind them in this half, and they've also got the slope, Brian, as you know. It's quite a steep slope here, so they've had the wind and the slope, and Luton have had most of the play. So maybe in the second half, with Luton having those behind them, we might see a goal or two in the second half.
Free kick to Luton. Joby trying to get Priest in. Steen's waiting in the middle. So too is Marjobi. Robson not holding it up. Now what's going to happen with this one? It comes for a throw to United. Certainly have had a remarkable run, Manchester United. They've lost only 2 of their last 18. It's so sad for them, of course, in the chase for the championship, that Everton have gone even better. Bailey, oh, he's misjudged it! Well, for a moment, that was going to look like a great moment of embarrassment for the Manchester United keeper. Completely misjudged the bounce. Harford struggled to get to it. In the end, it was Hogg, I think, who came to the rescue. Here, swirly old wind, I suppose.
Well, that's right. I think the wind foxed him a little bit there, and the ground is reasonably firm. There was certainly a big bounce on it, but he had misjudged it. He came out underneath it. Graham Hogg injured there in his attempt to clear the ball. Played against his father, you know, man. Yes,
Sure,
yeah. I don't like telling people that, you know.
But who did he play for?
For Aberdeen. His late father played for Aberdeen. Was a very good player.
Stapleton, right side, seal his wall. Hill. Breaker. Towards Harford. Got up well, but possibly he was pushing down on McGrath.
He certainly had the better of the first half, hasn't he? Harford in the air against the 2 centre-halves. He gave him a lot of problems.
But as yet, nothing to show for it. Still 0-0. Playing time added on for injuries. Emeka beating Stapleton in the air. It'll fall for Robson possibly. Too high for Olsen. Mitchell Thomas now on for Priest. And the fullback making a galloping overlap, but well, Priest was looking up, considering all things, and didn't spot Olsen. Hughes, closely watched by Foster, still tries to get the ball to Muren. Oh, my goodness. Well, Muren's okay. Not sure about a member of the crowd. Nicholas, Harford. There's been some very pleasant football played by, particularly by Luton in this first half, but there's Goodman getting it away and surely Hughes offside. Free kick to be taken by Steve Foster as the half-time whistle goes without a goal. Thanks in no small measure to two tremendous saves by Gary Bailey early in the game from David Priest and from Brian Steen. Emeka Nwajobi has had one or two chances for Luton Town as well, but it remains goalless after 45 minutes. We take a break. After the break, let's get the views of Jimmy Greaves with Jim Rosenthal.
Hello once more from Kenilworth Road. No goals then in the first half, but Jimmy, what an enjoyable 45 minutes.
I think it's been the best game we've seen for a long time, Jim. It's been up and down, completely open. Both sides are trying their best to play good attacking football. It's been smashing. Great game.
We've been doing our sums on the first half, and we can just really have a look and see how Luton have, well, not dominated it, but had much the better of it, Jim.
Oh, they have indeed. No question. United have been under pressure for most of the first half, James. They've tried to play their way out of it, but Luton have been coming back at them. Good stuff.
Right, United under pressure for most of the first half, and I think Luton might feel just a little bit aggrieved. They could have had a couple of goals in the first 11 minutes or so if it hadn't been for Gary Bailey and two really good saves.
Yeah, true. I mean, there was no question about it. The man's in form.
It's the first one,
yeah.
And it's...
big question marks.
Priest.
Yeah, big question marks over Gary Bailey, always, isn't there? But look at that for a great save. I mean, that really was going straight into the top of the net. And here's the other one, Ricky Hill's on the ball. He plays the ball in nicely here, actually. It's a good bit of control. And you can see again...
Nwajobi has a swipe.
Nwajobi has a swipe at it. And here's Steen, and that's a great save. There's no question about it. Good height, but great save for the goalkeeper. So he has kept them in the game, whereas old Les Seeley hasn't had a lot to do, has he?
He hasn't had too much to do, has he? He's kept them in the game, and he got away with a little misjudgment right at the end, didn't he, Gary Bailey? Yeah. But do you feel now that Luton might be feeling a bit that they've missed their chances and perhaps lost their way?
Well, I always get the feeling when a side's been on top for so long and have had a few chances that the other team are going to have their turn. And when it's United, I think United's turn will probably come, yeah.
Right,
definitely.
In the second half. And we said before the game that you're going to keep a very close eye on Mark Hughes. You've been jotting all sorts of bits and pieces down.
Yes.
And I think we've just got a couple of bits of action that we can have a look at Mark Hughes.
A couple of bits coming up. He's not had the best of games, Jim, because, as I say, United have been under pressure for a great deal of it. But when he has received the ball, here you...
And welcome back to Kenilworth Road. Across Bedfordshire, we see that the trees are beginning to get a bit of springtime and summertime colour about them. But it's a really breezy afternoon and quite cold up on this perch. You've probably made a good decision not to get out in the garden this afternoon and sit and watch the television in the warm. And enjoy a game that clearly Jimmy Greaves is enjoying enormously. I think you too as well, Ian St John. Do you subscribe to Jimmy's view that there's always a danger when you've had so much of the game that the other people might come and sneak it from you?
Well, that is always a danger, and you know, especially a team like United with so many good players. I mean, Hughes can score a goal, Robson can score, Frank Stapleton. You know, they have so many good players that you think, well, in percentages, if they get the ball in the box enough times, yes, somebody might make a goal. But I think it would be certainly unfair in Luton if they don't get something from this game the way they've performed in this first 45 minutes.
The team's out again, as you can see. A quick glance around, I can't see that any substitutions have been made. Luton, remember, in the bottom three of the first division as we stand at the moment. desperately needing points to climb to safety, and they'll get the second half underway. I'm right in saying the two sides have played some 11 games here, and Manchester United have won 6 of them, and Luton have won only 1. I think in David Pleat's time as managers here since 1978, he was saying he doesn't ever remember a victory against Manchester United. Well, today would be an excellent day for Luton to break that habit. They had a good first half. They need to continue that sort of form and hope they can beat the man in possession at the moment, Gary Bailey. Good throw out to Arnold Muren. Nicholas swarming in. Foster likewise. Olsen. Gidman. Reese. Foster. Right side. Well, we should look for a little more urgency from Manchester United in the second half. We get the message that Ron Atkinson has given his team quite a going over at half-time. He was far from satisfied with their performance in the first 45 minutes. Thomas. Free kick to Manchester United. Stapleton's header towards Mark Hughes. Stopped by Donaghy. Gidman with the throw. Stapleton. At the moment, it's certainly a far cry from Manchester United's 5-0 victory here last season. They were so impressive that day that I know that Ron Atkinson went away from Kenilworth Road that afternoon believing that United could well be on their way to winning a title. Liverpool had other ideas. And the referee insisting that the kick is taken from the exact spot. So in very exaggerated fashion, Steve Foster puts it down and now Donaghy takes the free kick. Just one little point, and I'm sure I should get referees everywhere on my back, but I do find that a little annoying sometimes when the ball is right back there and they decide on the exact spot. And I noticed that Keith Hackett at Main Road in that splendid game that he refereed so well on Wednesday night, the spirit of the game meant so much to him that he wasn't absolutely pernickety about exactly where the free kick was taken if it was back in a defensive position. Ian, we'll have a word about that in a moment. It's a goal kick.
Well, I think our referees are probably sticklers for the laws rather than the European referees. I always notice in European games when the referee blows for a foul, the lads put the ball down and on they go and play, and they never argue about, you know, a yard here or a yard there. But sometimes our referees, as I say, you know, they want it to be in the precise place, and it annoys the crowd as well as the players at times. I don't think there's always a need for it, especially as you say around the halfway line.
Bailey with the long clearance. Foster underneath it. Hughes mistimed his jump. And I think Gidman probably got Harford's boot around his neck. But United are in possession with Arthur Algerston. Muren. Hill. But it's a throw to Manchester United. Albiston will take it. They're so strong in left-sided players with Albiston and Muren and Olsen when he likes to play on that side. Hogg playing it forward. Foster's header for Breaker. Now Harford for Hill. Joby, Nicholas, comes for Thomas, played on well for Priest. Well, some speedy defensive covering there from Paul McGrath. It looked to be Priest's ball until the big United defender got in. Luton's throw, quite a good long one. Harford back heading it. Hill was in there. Albiston. Foster with the free kick. Thomas's path again. Hill trying to get it through. McGrath belting it away. Nicholas. Foster planting it forward towards Steen. Half it in there as well, intent on causing trouble. Gives away the free kick.
I'm sure Andy Gray of Everton is watching this game with a bit of interest and seeing how the centre-backs are coping with Mick Harford, because when they get to Wembley and they find he's fit and playing, you know, he's one of the best headers of a ball in the game.
Free kick to Luton. Foster with it. Priest with that throw. That looked like a handball. Olsen. Another free kick. Well, this really is a second half of stops and starts. And it's Gary Bailey who will make the clearance then for Manchester United. Cross towards Stapleton, and a goal kick. It's a devastating left foot that Muren's got, isn't it? And the cross looked to be into Stapleton's path for a while.
Yeah, marvellous left foot he's got. And Frank Stapleton, of course, relies on good service coming in. And if they can throw something in for him there, he'd be delighted to see it coming, I'm sure of that. Because there's not been a lot happening as far as United are concerned.
Breaker. Off Muren. Luton's throw. Comes for Priest. First to spot the possibilities. Harford. No, there was no possibility of a return ball for Priest. Hogg read that well for United. Priest crossing it in towards Steen. Muren with the left foot getting it away. Breaker there before Hughes. When Luton would have been delighted to have carried on with the game with Ricky Hill in position to make a strike in that penalty area. Breaker with the free kick. Gidman away. Thomas. Mirren. There's a foul there by Nicholas, but I think the Luton fans were incensed. They felt there was a foul by Whiteside just before that. Alverston. United throw. Robson. Mirren. Robson. Stapleton. McGrath. And a goal kick. Minutes of the second half gone. And plenty of tension certainly on the right-hand bench there of Luton Town. Wondering if they can make 1 point into 3. Side. Steen having a right old battle there, and the free kick given against Paul McGrath in favour of Luton Town. Priest and Foster behind it. He might hold it up while Harford ties up his boot, which he's now completed. And Foster wanting the referee out of the way. Nicholas away on the right-hand side might be a key figure in this. Indeed he is. What a shot! Pushed away well by Bailey.
A really well executed free kick by Luton Town. Foster drawing the defender onto him, playing it for Nicholas there. And a real screaming shot, and another good save by Gary Bailey.
So Luton's corner. Can they make it pay? It's with Ricky Hill. Played back again to Priest. A good cross there. And Bailey under a lot of pressure to get it away, but the flag was up. And the whistle went. It's a free kick that Luton very often employ, not normally with Peter Nicholas, the number 4 there, but David Moss when he plays. And it was certainly superbly well struck by a 25-year-old Welsh international. And McGrath and Harford. And McGrath feeling very badly done by at the moment by the referee. As another free kick comes Luton Town's way. A bit too far out for Nicholas to worry Bailey directly at any rate. But the a little chip coming towards Joby. Steen hoping to get in there. It was Whiteside who got that away. Foster right in there. His header goes to Robson. And Hughes versus Donaghy. And Thomas half giving that away to Jesper Olsen. Bouncing around and eventually coming Luton's way. Nicholas, Breaker. Just over a quarter of an hour of the second half gone and still awaiting our first goal. Nicholas, Harford. Ricky Hill. And Robson gets it. Donaghy. Free kick to Luton.
I must say, Brian, Michael Thomas there, who looks as if he'd taken a bit of a knock, has improved greatly in the year since we were here. Because remember last year, he was taken off towards the end of the game. He was having a bit of a nightmare. But in the year, he's certainly, come on a ton.
Yes, that's quite right, Ian. And as I was saying early on, his appearance in football is a rather curious route. Mitchell Thomas, it's from the Youth Opportunity Scheme. Gidman, Olsen. Oh, what a good ball by Olsen for Muren. Whiteside's gone on the run as well, and away on the left-hand side is Hughes. Foster's going across to deal with that, which he does most effectively. Talking about Mitchell Thomas, I hope we haven't been the kiss of death on him, Ian. He certainly has been playing well. And he's taken a knock. A smack in the right eye by the look of it. Continue to get attention then for Thomas. And it'll be a throw for Manchester United. Hughes. Falls for Steen, and now for Nicholas. If he could have swung it across to this left-hand side, Crease was in an awful lot of space. Throw given to Manchester United. Corner. Now Hogg's going forward menacingly for this one. McGrath's in there too. Whiteside and Stapleton, plenty of height and good headers of the ball. Now claiming handball, but they get a corner. So Olsen again with a corner. Gidman's gone running forward to try and make a short corner available, but it's not there. Foster's header clearance. McGrath putting it in again. Foster putting it behind once more, so it'll be another corner. Jane Olsen with it. And again they claimed handball, that time by Mitchell Thomas. Hogg hoping that Hughes will get to this one. He's got Robson available behind him, but he got a good cross in there towards Stapleton. And in the end it is a goal kick.
It certainly was a good cross, wasn't it? And I didn't think any of the Luton boys thought he was going to get it over, and there was Frank to knock it past the post, as Hughes did. Just managed to keep it in. Good ball across, and Stapleton, who was a marvellous header of a ball, but again, just the angle took it wide.
Well, the United supporters certainly got plenty to be happy about, if not today, as we still stand at 0-0, but the thoughts of going to Wembley yet again. Robson to Gidman. Busy little player, but not much has gone right for him today. But Steen has made something of that. Thomas with the cross towards Harford. He might be a little disappointed with that, although it came rather swiftly towards him, and he was pretty well covered and smothered by Hogg. Ian?
A super cross again by Thomas. Just managed to get his head to it there, but a difficult ball for him, really, Brian. There's a lot of pace in it there. He didn't have an awful lot of time to adjust himself to get on the end of it.
Foster versus Hughes. It's Foster's ball. Now backpedaling again by Manchester United. Oh, well, penalty. The foul by Bailey on Steen. And Luton now have the opportunity to go in from the penalty spot. In fact, they scored from the spot this week against Norwich. A moment, just while we look at the incident again, wasn't much other than the referee could have given, I think.
I don't think anyone would dispute that one, no. I mean, Gary just got beaten to the ball by Steen's pace there, nipped it away from him, and he just ran into him.
Well, David Pleat down to have a word with the substitute, Wayne Turner. Well, Gary Bailey really has some work to do now. David Moss took the penalty against Norwich here on Tuesday night, but he's not playing. And Mick Harford has got the ball in his hand, so it'll be the big striker who looks as though he's got the responsibility. And what a responsibility that is, as Brian Steen, the man who was floored by Gary Bailey, gets up. It was a back pass, I think, by Hogg, which didn't really look as though it was ever going to carry to Gary Bailey. And so now Luton have this heaven-sent opportunity for Harford to score. Bailey got his hands firmly to it, but not enough to stop the celebrations.
Well, as you say, Gary did read it right. It was a good penalty, actually. It was going away into the corner. Goalkeeper did well, actually, just getting a hand to it.
So 24 minutes of the second half gone, and Luton at last get the goal they so desperately require. But can they hold off United? Mick Harford from the penalty spot, his 12th goal of the season. Manchester United's throw. Alverston playing it in. Priest getting it away. Jump by Steen. Challenged in mid-air by McGrath, but Steen nonetheless got his header in, and here's Mitchell Thomas. Again towards Harford. Hogs there this time. Najobi, a goal kick.
Not seen much of Najobi this second half, Brian, but there again he popped up and had a swing at the ball there. As I say, he can be out the game for, you know, long periods, and then all of a sudden, bang, he's in, and he does something good.
And with a good goal-scoring record at the moment, because he's got 4 in his last 5 for Luton, including 2 here against Norwich in midweek. Another free kick to Luton Town. It's Thomas. Olsen, at the third attempt, gets to it, finds Muren. There are plenty of red shirts up, and it could mean danger. Here's Stapleton, Hughes waiting in the middle, and Foster too, and it might come through for Jesper Olsen, and Seeley didn't know where it was, and it went behind in the end for the corner, as United came storming back with a really fine move. And that produced the corner, and here's Arnold Muren to take it. Stapleton there. Oh, and in the end it's Whiteside. Well, there's relief amongst the United fans. A lack of concentration just for a moment by Luton Town.
Les Seeley's complaining to the referee. Obviously thought he was hampered as he went to that ball, Brian. We may be able to see it here. He certainly went down on a barrage of bodies there, didn't he? And that was Norman Whiteside who swung his right foot at it and in off the underside of the bar.
So 1-1 it stands. 2 goals in a little over 2 minutes. Adding to the 2 goals that Norman scored here for Manchester United last season. Now, can Luton come back again? Olsen is in a fair bit of trouble at the moment. Hobbling very badly. But Alveston is okay, and so is Stapleton, but Donachie gets there first. The flag was up in any case for an offside. I think Olsen must have taken a knock in that scramble that led to the equaliser for Manchester United.
Well, maybe from this angle we'll see if the goalkeeper was hampered there. I don't think so. I mean, he's gone in there to try and win the ball, and everybody else is doing the same thing. I think goalkeepers are, you know, overprotected in situations like that.
Olsen. You say that as a former forward, of course.
Well, of course, yes.
Priest. Olsen. Thomas. Well, they'll certainly be cursing themselves, Luton, because it was a lack of concentration, which so often happens after you've battled and eventually got into the lead. Bailey up there as Harford came in. Muren. Stapleton. Hughes. It's Braitham. Donachie gets it back. And Mick Duxbury looks as though he's about to come on for Manchester United's substitution. Might well be Olsen who goes off, although he's moving a little more freely now. And big Harford and Gidman clashing in mid-air. A free kick to Manchester United. Just over a quarter of an hour left now. And the score standing at 1-1. Nicholas, Hill, Breaker. Hughes. And Robson to Stapleton. Getting past Hill. Now, with McGrath out of the defence, if Najobi can get it going, I say McGrath out of the defence, but my goodness, he got back quickly. Olsen. Bureau. Almost lazy pass of his with that accurate left foot, finding Mark Hughes. Stopped by Thomas. Muren with the shot. Luton get the goal kick.
Well, I must say, Brian, Manchester United are looking more dangerous in the last 5 or 10 minutes than they have in the rest of the game. It's really livened itself up since the goal, the first Luton goal. And United, you know, obviously having got one back, the sense that they might get another one.
But 1-1 the score. Side, tangling with Nicholas. Two, what shall I say, very competitive young gentlemen there. Priest. Hill. Robson away. Thomas. Priest. Steen. Touch from Harford. Nearly came back Luton's way, but Robson was there to find Gidman. Donaghy versus Hughes. Having a real wrestling match, those two. Don't think there's a great deal of malice between them, but there's an awful lot to play for. Foster with the free kick. That fell again nicely for Stapleton. And now Robson. It's Albiston. Muren. Donaghy. Oh, for once Gidman has erred, and Priest is on his way. But Gidman's got back to Steen. Right side. And Priest dived, said the referee, and the game went on. Into the path of Olsen, tried to get it into the path of Robson, but Harford takes it for Luton, and here's Olsen again. Moving really sweetly now as he finds Mark Hughes. Against Donaghy, those two again, and the corner given to Manchester United. Short one to Gidman. Oh, goodness, Stapleton's header, not much to spare. Really a driven cross there by John Gidman, Ian.
Well, another good ball, and Stapleton, that's the second header in the space of the last 5 minutes or so. He just got away from Stephen Foster's protection there for a second or two.
He got a lot of ground on that, and Whiteside and Nicholas tangling again. Had one or two bristling confrontations here, Whiteside and Nicholas. And Donaghy and Hughes.
It's the Welsh and the Irish, you know.
Yes, and there's Donaghy and Hughes again.
You can't trust them. We'll be getting letters from Welshmen and Irishmen saying you're picking on our boys. But it just shows you the competitive spirit they've got, you know, the four lads that, you know, get stuck in, enjoy the football.
Wait for the ball. Robson. Breaker away. Stapleton. Whiteside's made a very good break indeed, and Stapleton did well to pick him up, and it comes off Thomas for another corner. That's the 7th for Manchester United, and 6 of those have come in the second half. And a goal kick. Look ever more threatening now, don't they?
Yes, they do, Brian. I thought that. You know, they are creating more, and Frank Stapleton is beginning to get his head to more crosses. You could also say that possibly Luton are going a bit slack in defence, because in the first half they had handled everything very well. But that just came to Frank through the ruck of players there. I don't think he saw it to the last second.
Harford. Comes off Hogg. Hill. And Bailey's interception. Reese. Harford. It's McGrath getting in quickly before Nicholas could close in on him. Finding Muren. There's Hughes away again, Foster with him. And another corner for Manchester United. Pendulum, so far as the corners, has swung very much United's way. They've had 7 in this second half to Luton's 1. And Muren with this corner for Manchester United. Hit in lower this time and affording Breaker the chance to get it away, but it only comes to Olsen, and now Muren again. Jesper Olsen. Goal kick. Of course, this is a ground, Ian, isn't it, that the Football Association have decided has got to be fenced in, although Luton are appealing against that after that recent cup tie disturbance here. And looking at the good Luton folk, particularly on the far side in that little stand over there, and there's a family enclosure beneath us. Luton are appealing. They feel very aggrieved about the whole thing, and it's certainly been a very nice atmosphere here this afternoon. I feel a bit sorry for them. I have a lot of sympathy for their cause, I must say. Hill. Kidman injured for the moment. And Robson battling away. Now Whiteside. Kidman on his feet again. Robson. And Robson again. Good save by Seeley. And another corner.
That was absolutely fabulous play from Brian Robson, because he started the move by winning the ball in the middle of the field. He carried on and ended up getting a right foot shot in there that the goalkeeper did well, really, to knock away for the corner.
Muren with the corner. Robson with the header. Going back on that point, I know that there has got to be action taken, obviously, by the Football Association and so on. But I think, you know, the business of putting fences right the way around the ground is certainly something that Luton are not happy about.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't like to be a season ticket holder sitting over there looking through barriers or wires or whatever, Brian, and you can tell looking at them, you know, they're all family. It's a family outing over there, isn't it?
It's Priest. And McGrath's there. Just 5 minutes left now. Whiteside. Oh, my goodness, he went firmly. And Whiteside will be booked for this. It's a little niggle that's been festering right through the afternoon between Norman Whiteside and Peter Nicholas. And Whiteside with so much talent, his one aim was, I think, as we'll see here. Well, maybe he was going for the ball, but the referee said no. I think there was an indication that you were going for Nicholas as well. Foster's header too high. It's amazing when you think about Norman Whiteside again. You regard him as quite a seasoned campaigner, which he is, but he's not 20 until the 7th of May. Still only 19 years old.
Yeah, but he's also a young man who's making a reputation for himself that is not a good one, because a lot of referees are learning how to spell his name all right. And I think at 19-year-old, you know, he's got to learn that it's okay being a competitor. But I mean, if he looks at his captain there, Brian Robson, who's also a competitor, and he doesn't go around getting his name taken every other week.
Here's Whiteside again. That's almost the better side of Whiteside. Once he gets it onto that left foot, that really spells trouble. Saw a tremendous goal that he scored this season against Arsenal at Highbury. Well, there's pressure on Luton now with about 4 minutes left. They've got a point at the moment. They don't want to concede everything, but that was Mitchell Thomas right on the line, getting that one away for another corner. Ewan with this one. And attacked by both McGrath and Hogg, but behind for the goal kick. 3 minutes left. With a header. Robson. Off it again. Oh, a nice little touch by Nwajobi for Steen. Can Luton do something right at the end here? They've got a corner. Foster coming forward to stand alongside Mick Harford. Priest with the corner for Luton, and Foster with a header. He reached it powerfully, but he thumped into McGrath, and the ball goes behind for the goal kick. Played on by Ulverston to Muren. There could be a trouble here for Luton Town. Mitchell Thomas getting it away. Nwajobi looking for Steen and finding him. He's got Harford up with him. Still with Brian Steen. Now Harford. Played into the path of Peter Nicholas. Trying to force his way through. Little Priest is in there too. That is a free kick. The foul by Brian Robson. Now, this could be very interesting indeed. With 1 minute plus time to be added on for any injuries. David Fleet, the Luton manager, knows that this could be such an important...
All right. Come on, Nellie, give me a hand.
Priest and Foster behind it, Nicholas lurking behind them, and United with every... Foster driving it against the crossbar. Now, what's going to happen to it now? And it's there! Harford. Applause from the Luton manager. Delight all around Kenilworth Road. What a dramatic finale. Mick Harford claims it after that crushing free kick from Steve Foster. Against the crossbar. Nwajobi trying to get in there as well. And in the end, yes, The bounce comes off Mick Harford's head, and Luton are in the lead. Huron crossing it in. It's not over yet, but Whiteside puts it behind. Has a flare up there with Mitchell Thomas. The referee runs in to call them, and Luton get a goal kick. So Mick Harford, penalty hero, and now last-minute winner hero.
I must say, what a tremendous shot by Stephen Foster, who I feel has been probably the man of the match for Luton today. He's done such a good job, both at the back and also when he's come up into the attack for the set pieces.
Harford again, stopped that time by McGrath. Whiteside getting in there. The final whistle. 3 precious points for Luton Town. Mick Harford with a penalty on 68 minutes, and the winner in the last. Norman Whiteside having got an equaliser for Manchester United. Joy all around Kenilworth Road. And we'll come back to Kenilworth Road after this.